big topic today is the same thing that happened last Thursday night. The big event. The thing that I emailed you about.
Oh, yeah. You know what it is.
It is the Vagina Monologues. Every year, the women's fencing team and a couple other organizations on campus puts this on. Yeah, that door is just not going to stay closed. I don't know why they got rid of the...
it doesn't?
Yeah, because the little latch part is it's taped closed, so there's nothing keeping the door shut.
Just gotta lock ourselves in here. Done. Now.
Oh, okay. We locked ourselves in. Good. Now, if there's a fire, we have a higher chance of dying.
That's right. The chair's broken. We can move it pretty easily.
We got off topic really fast. That was like faster than normal. Vagina Monologues. How did you guys enjoy the show?
I thought it was great, actually. I've never been before. I'm really glad I went.
How would you describe it for people who have no idea what we're talking about?
Interesting. No, it's like a combination of comedy and like legitimate issues that women face in society, and so it's very like I said, it's like a mix of humor. Like they have a few like comedy skits, and then at the same time they talk about like the issues that women in the U.S. deal with and outside the U.S. So there's a lot of talk about like rape and sexual harassment and gender identity and stuff like that.
That was actually really interesting. I had forgotten that. I'd seen the show last year, and I'd forgotten that they specifically decided to include transgender women involved with it. But yeah, it was a good show, Keith. It was interesting. Let's see. We got some highlights. We got the opening, with the "Please turn off your cell phone." We had, "Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz?" I don't know what that was about.
It's about the Lord buying you a Mercedes Benz. Come on, man.
I mean, but like, why was that included in the show? I don't know. I should really ask someone who did the show. Be like, yo, what's with this lady singing about she wants the Lord to buy her a Mercedes Benz, a color TV, and a night on the town?
Oh, that was the name of the song. It was like "Lord, buy me a night on the town," right?
I don't know the name of the song.
Okay.
That was the last one. She said, "Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz?" And then she did it for color TV and then Night on the Town. But what was just try off the top of your head? What was your favorite skit? Monologue. That's the word. Yeah. What was your favorite monologue?
I really like the moaning one.
The moaning one.
Yeah,
okay, so
that was the solid one.
So the moaning one, that is the woman who loved to make vaginas happy. It was about a lawyer who turned into a sex worker and got paid to dominate women to get them to moan. How do you translate that? How do you go from being a lawyer to being a sexual dom? How do you do that?
Well, didn't she say that?
She didn't. She just said that she did it. I want to know, what is the actual process that you have to go through. Like, how did you use your prior connections in the law industry?
She learned that she enjoyed to make other people moan, so she just went with that. I mean, how do you get involved in the industry, in general? Like,
that's actually another question. How do you just do that?
I don't know, but for her, I thought she explained it pretty well. She said she started with moaning was her thing, and she liked to make herself moan, and then she liked to make other women moan, and then I feel like it's a slow build up. It's like you start having sex with other women, and then maybe one of them pays you or something like that, and then it's like I said,
one of them just had such a good experience. She's like, I know it was good, but I know it was good for you too, but I have to just give you $500, please. $500. Please just let me do that for you.
And then I guess it gets to the point where you're like, you know what? Forget that lawyer stuff. I'm just gonna.
I would say that making women moan is a more fun experience than practicing law.
Absolutely.
That's just for anybody. Giving people joy is more fun, just in general,
than being a lawyer.
Oh man. Let's see. The best part about that one was at the end, actually, where they all the women on the stage demonstrated all the different types of moans. Yeah. That was incredible. The college moan. The best one.
I should be studying. That was good.
Oh man, Keith.
The dog moan. Woof. Woof. The girl just stands up. Woof.
Woof.
It's so low key. She's woof.
Woof.
Keith, what was your favorite one? There are a lot to pick from.
Yeah, there are a lot. Wait, you have You have all the sections here. Let me see. What were some?
I went through it and summarized each one because it's a long. It was about an hour and a half, I think.
Which of my emails did you send it to, by the way?
Not the Stevens one. Your actual one.
Okay. When did you send it?
Friday. I think I did it Friday night.
I got it. I did my homework. Don't worry.
While Keith is looking, I'm gonna go ahead and say my favorite one, and it was my favorite one last year too. It's the flood. That one cracks me up so much.
That was so
that got very serious very quick at the end, though.
It got very serious at the end, but leading up to it, it was just nonstop laughter.
Yeah, that one's about an older woman who has never gone down there in like 60 years since Eisenhower. Since
Eisenhower was president, she hasn't.
She's like, and it had nothing to do with that.
It had nothing to do with Eisenhower.
Now I'm guessing she cleaned it, but it's just. She didn't do anything else with it.
Yeah.
That was actually something really interesting with the opening to the show where they're like, women just don't pay attention to that part of their bodies.
They were like, some women have never even seen their own vagina.
And I'm just sitting there going, how is that possible? It's attached to you. I've seen like the bottom of my feet several times a day.
That's
just
a little
because.
different. I don't know. I was like, whatever. But then, that woman, she goes to like the what are they? Like the vagina...
Oh, the Vagina Workshop.
The workshop, that's what it is.
That was one of the ones I was probably going to name.
That was different from the flood. The Vagina Workshop was the lady where, like, it was this woman who just...
It was several women inside of a workshop or something.
See, I thought the flood woman went to something like that, then went home.
No, she said she had the experience with like a guy when she was...
Well, yeah, and then she started
like
talking about some boy
she just never did it. She just...
could never get close again. So the story was, so she's like 16 years old and there's this really cute boy and he's going to take her out on a date. And during the date, the boy just decides to kiss her and she's so excited by it that a flood just comes out and her words. This is her words. And stains his car, his brand new, what was it? It was a brand new like Chevy Burley?
Yeah.
Is that right?
A
white Chevy Burley. I think I'm saying that word wrong. A brand new car.
Whatever, brand new car.
She just completely ruins his car. He's just mad, so he drives her home, tells her to get out. You're a freak, and then she never could get close to. It's really funny, but it's also really sad. This lady was traumatized.
No. And then at the very end, she completely switches gears. And then she's like, "Oh, then I had cancer, and they had to remove."
And then I had surgery to remove it all because I had cancer.
Yeah. And she's like, "Oh yeah, the doctor was joking. If you don't use it, you lose it." I mean, of course, it was the cancer.
And you're like,
just boom,
deadpan.
Oh.
Just
everyone's laughing, and then just boom. Oh, that's that's not good.
There was a lot of whiplash with that because like one moment she's like, yeah, haha, it was funny, whatever. I never had a boyfriend since, and then they had to remove everything. It's like, okay.
But that really describes a lot of the show. It's like there's some very funny scenarios about something that is also very connected to something very serious for women, which is a great show. I love watching it. We're gonna go see it again next year. Of course.
I would honestly. I'm glad. I'm upset I didn't go sooner. Right? I had a few friends go last year, and they said it was amazing.
So back to the Vagina Workshop.
So that was the one where a bunch of women were sitting on mats and they had like the mirrors.
Yeah,
right.
They were just like doing a bunch of like exercises with it or something. I don't know. Exactly.
They had to like get a full on look at their own vagina.
And there was some women that were like really excited about this and some that weren't. And there's just a lot of different like opinions of it, basically.
Yeah, the lady telling the story, she had to find her clitoris, and then she discovered that she was her clitoris.
Well, she thought she lost it at first.
That was really funny. She said, "It's gone. I lost it." Oh my goodness, it's funny and sad, but it's funny that thought went through her head that I lost a part of my body.
And then there's the woman that was I literally just had. I just lost. Oh, the one that was just like completely transfixed by it or whatever. She said when she like first saw it, and she's like, I could do nothing but just stare at it or whatever for like
right.
long. And it was just like, okay.
Speaking of being transfixed by vaginas, Bob from He Liked to Look at It.
Yes.
That guy has some mad skills.
That guy had some moves.
he was so good at loving a woman, he made her love herself. That was like, oh, you win, Bob, whoever you are. I wonder if his name is actually Bob, because I've never met a person named Bob.
Do you remember how they introduced...
That's just like the neutral name for
Right?
everything.
Do you remember how they introduced that particular monologue?
The
girl who said woof stood up and goes, "This is an excerpt from an interview with a woman who had a positive experience with a man."
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I think it was the only one in that whole play. That was the only positive experience with a man.
Maybe, yeah.
Rip.
Because even the Flood Lady's experience with Frank Sinatra and her dreams was negative.
Oh, that's right.
Because she flooded the nightclub and all of his friends were swimming around,
ruining their 3-piece suits.
Oh, right.
The wait staff and everything.
Like I said, the Flood one is my favorite. It just cracks me up. What are we just saying? Oh, right, Bob and his mad skills. So this lady just had this really negative view about herself and her vagina and
sex in general. She said she just never had a positive experience with men.
Like, she did it, but it was like, just do it. That's it. There we go. And she just randomly met this guy named Bob who wore tan clothes. He was boring. He was just completely normal. And she met him in the deli of all places, and just decided, I'm gonna have sex with him. And he demanded that she turn on the lights. No, they went on a
few dates, I thought.
I don't think she said that.
I don't even know how you remembered that much. So.
Yeah, I forgot about the deli, to be honest with you.
Right. Oh, I've also seen the show twice, so I have a bit of an advantage. That's probably why I could remember all the stuff I put on the sheet in the first place. But anyways, but before they have sex, Bob demands that she turn on the lights, and then he says, "I need to see you," and he just keeps saying that over and over again. Yeah. And he just looks at her. It was really sweet.
Good for him, man. He knew what he was doing.
Good job, Bob. She doesn't say whatever became of Bob. He's just this mysterious being floating around the world now. Someone should find Bob and be like, "Yo, Bob,
looking at vaginas.
You want $500?" Let's see.
What other ones we got here?
We have my angry vagina.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
That one was great.
My vagina's angry.
Just a list of complaints. Very valid complaints.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's see what... the products that try to fix the smell or taste.
Oh, that was a good one, yeah.
That line was great. Are we allowed to say that on the show?
What?
Are we allowed to say the line?
Probably not.
Probably not?
If you have to think about it, probably not.
Probably not. We won't say the line then.
We can't mention one of the sections.
No, we can. David said that we can say that one section, but I feel like we shouldn't.
Let's keep that at a minimum.
Because then, they probably won't air it in Britain.
No, actually, I think the other way around. They use the C word all the time.
Right, but you're not supposed to.
Oh, yeah, but in Britain, I think it's a little less,
because, technically, I can say wanker. No one cares.
You can say wanker in England, on TV in England.
True.
You wanker.
I don't know why I'm talking about other countries' curse words. Like Brazil, if you do the OK sign, that's apparently flicking them off, and I'm like, how? But then
it's a cultural thing.
Then likewise, why is putting up a middle finger flicking people off?
Exactly.
I don't know why.
Whatever.
Why did people just decide that insults them?
Yeah,
it's weird.
But the C one. I remember when we first sat down, we were reading through the list of.
The list of the monologues.
Yeah, whatever this piece of paper I have in my hands is.
The way they listed them out was hilarious because he goes introduction to list, list, introduction to flood, introduction to the Vagina Workshop, the Vagina Workshop.
And Keith just goes out loud, introduction to C word. C word.
Okay.
I was like, all right.
I almost feel like we should be saying it because that was the whole point of the monologue.
But I don't know. I'm not in charge of censoring our radio show. That's all on you, man.
That is true.
Maybe say it one time and then we're done.
See, the thing is, I know that if we say it, the dean's kid is going to be in the dining hall as soon as we say, the kid has not been up there until the point that we say the word.
Someone's going to get a phone call. It's going to be like, excuse me, I was in the dining hall the other day, and I was listening to one of your excellent radio segments, and I heard the most tragic and embarrassing thing in my entire life. And I had to explain to my son what exactly that meant, and it was very traumatizing for him.
If that ever happens,
we're just gonna gloss over that. We're just gonna something else.
Let's see. Let's talk about. There were some depressing ones.
There were, yeah.
Very, very realistic ones.
There was
honestly.
one that was like just so surreal that I can't honestly believe that all happened to one person.
I don't think it did. The coochie snorcher
the
one?
little coochie snorcher
No,
that
I
could.
believe it
I
was
can't believe that's one
don't think it
person.
was. I think it was
that's
it
just
was-
insane.
I think it was several
Yeah,
like
I
different
think it was
like,
meant
kids
to be
or whatever that
multiple
happened
people.
to. Yeah.
But Keith and I were talking about that one afterwards, actually. And one of the stories is that the girl's jumping on the bed,
Right.
and she, quote, impales
her vagina
onto the bedpost.
And that was at 7 years old.
And I physically, like, cringed.
Recoiled.
Yeah, I was
Right?
like, I don't know, that one
Oh, man.
really, I think it was the use of the word impaled, I think is what really got me.
Because
Like,
it's already a hole. So
yeah,
how
I
do
was
you
like,
impale a hole? That's, man.
like
It's just wrong.
And the story immediately after that was, like, her father's friend raped
man.
her.
Yeah.
And, like, that was...
Yeah.
And then while he was still inside of her, her father shot the man
Yeah,
and
shot his
paralyzed him
friend.
for life. And it's like,
Oh.
come on. There's no way you're still like sane after experiencing all
Yeah,
this.
That's terrible.
At 5, a boy just came up and just punched her right in the vagina. And her mom got mad at her for letting someone touch her there.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
And we're
was
just
funny.
sitting there going, what?
Like, did you not explain that
Yeah.
you were punched?
Right?
She tried.
Then she said,
tried.
she's like, no, he punched me. He didn't touch me.
Yeah.
She's like, no, don't
And
let
then
him
the
touch
last one was about the teenage girl who had sex with the older woman.
Oh, right. Yeah. The 20-something-year-old secretary who was just so glamorous.
I want to be a secretary just like you.
That line was great because
That was funny.
she's like up until that point, she's describing this woman as super glamorous.
Yeah.
She's like respected in the neighborhood. Her mom loves her. And then you find out she's a secretary.
To be fair, there's nothing wrong with being a
There's
secretary.
nothing. We're not saying there's something wrong being a secretary. It's just
The way she talked her up so much, I was like, wow, this woman's got to be like the CEO of like Microsoft or something.
Right?
Like, no.
and then she ended up being really good for that girl.
And
so.
she had never seen her after that, ever again.
Again, she and Bob are just disappeared. They're just like secret angels
They
walking
show
around
up,
the world.
They show up, they take care of vaginas, and they leave.
The vagina angels. Oh man. But yeah, so this was all from the little coochie snorcher who could,
Yeah.
and this is told
could.
Keith. I knew he was going to have this reaction. Caroline, her 5-year-old voice, the girl who did the 5-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah.
super, just dead on accurate 5-year-old girl's voice from this 20-something-year-old woman.
It was weird, actually.
Yeah,
It's impressive, but it's kind of I don't want to call it freaky because that seems kind of
No,
mean.
it was a little strange. It really threw me off.
I was waiting for it this year. I was like, yes, she's doing it again.
Well, they introduced the segment, and the woman, whoever says that, it's like, whatever, this is a little coochie snorcher that could, and then bam, 5-year-old voice, and I was like, oh.
like, wait, what just happened?
And then they proceeded to do 7, 10, and then they finally got up to teenage.
yeah,
and
they
then it
worked
was
it
just
out.
their normal voice.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a really sweet one. I was there in the room. That was the mother-daughter pair.
Oh, yeah.
That was the that's a recent edition. I hadn't heard that one
Oh, really?
before. So I was researching this. Eve Insler, the lady that does the Vagina Monologues, she updates it every year and she adds new
Oh,
monologues.
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That was actually a question I had. I was like, how old are these monologues? But I guess if they update it
think
every year,
they're-
that answers the question.
I want to say they're 30 years.
You didn't figure this out in all your research, man?
It didn't. I might have seen it. I don't remember it.
Who are you, me?
Yes. But yeah, it was a really sweet thing. It was very poetic. It was great. It was about just this mother and daughter.
A mother and daughter being in the same room together when the daughter gives birth to her child.
Yeah. So you got these 3 generations. The grandma seeing her daughter that she gave birth to give birth to her granddaughter. This is a beautiful piece.
Have you guys ever seen a child being born?
Only on do you remember that documentary Babies?
No.
It came out. It was about these 4 babies from 4 different worlds. It was the U.S. baby.
4 different worlds. They got one from Mars, Jupiter, and Venus?
Nah, 4 different cultures. That type of world. Yeah.
That's so strange.
All right.
I'm good. I'm alive.
It was a U.S. baby, a Korean baby, a Japanese baby, and an African baby, and you got to see them all grow up.
I like how you had 3 countries and then it was just Africa.
I forget which country from Africa the baby was in. I'm sorry.
It's not like there's dozens of countries in Africa. It's just like, whatever, the kid's from Africa.
I forgot what country he was from, okay? It was not South Africa, and it was not Liberia. I know it was not those two. That's
that narrows it down a lot, right?
That narrows it down.
You only got 20 left. But yeah, it was really cool. The documentary was great, but the opening scene shows you, I think, 3 of them being born. And I was like 8 or 9 when I saw that. Yeah. I was not ready.
I mean, we've seen in like health class or whatever in like 7th or 8th grade or something we did. But like,
yeah, I'm on board with Keith. I've watched 2 children being born in classes.
Oh yeah,
and
not a fun time.
That was enough for me. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, because there's one really disturbing one where there's a woman like leaning over a table and it was really bad.
Ooh, yeah.
I didn't realize how much slime there is. There's just so much fluid coming out.
I don't know if that's the correct terminology.
It's not.
Slime. I'm just picturing like the Nickelodeon like lime green slime coming out of a woman.
Oh my god!
The baby looks like Invader Zim. It's all green.
Oh my god!
Slime.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Marvin the Martian.
Now that we got that image in our heads.
Now that we got that out of the way.
I think I can go see Another Birth now. I just gotta imagine Nickelodeon slimes just spewing out like in their award shows.
Yeah. It's like a 50-gallon bucket of slime just gets dumped on somebody.
Oh my goodness.
Is that where they get that slime from? They just have like a bucket under women when they give birth and they just kind of collect it all?
Fun fact, it is actually just petroleum jelly dyed green.
Oh, it's
That's made up. That's not a fact.
You could have rolled with that. I would have believed you.
Hey, I could work for CNN now.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Topical, baby.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Watch what you say. The Secret Service is going to come kick our door down.
Hey, they would appreciate it, considering what just happened.
Disseminating all this fake news.
Anyways,
let's talk more about vaginas. We were doing okay with that.
I agree.
We're almost out of all of the monologues. Oh, there was
keep rolling down.
The one for the transgender women. They beat the girl out of my boy, or they tried.
Yeah.
It was actually really nice. It was horrible at the beginning, and it was a little bit bad at the end, but it was overall nice.
Yeah, I think the overall message there was good.
Yeah.
The whole thing was like it was multiple women.
It was one story, but talking about like how these experiences are shared between the different women.
Correct. And it was physically they were born as a boy,
right? And
then they became a woman, and the whole thing was about how they were abused and beaten and things like that. So like you said, they beat the girl out of my boy.
It was. I thought it was really interesting. In the intro, they said you get punished for being too feminine at the early stages, and you get punished for not being feminine enough
at the end,
in the later stages. And I was like, wow, that is actually just you just don't lose. You just can't win. You're either too feminine to be a guy, or you're not feminine enough for people to think of you a woman. And it's like that. Wow, no, that sucks.
Yeah.
And then there's just like the person telling the story, he had the choice, or she had the choice of saying, you know what, I'm going to keep being myself, or I'm going to go completely opposite and try to fit in.
Right. Or I'm going to lie to myself, basically.
Right. And it just didn't work.
Yeah.
On a happier note, she mentioned that she found wilderness lesbians. What are wilderness lesbians?
I saw you had written that down, but I have no idea where I don't remember hearing that.
A bunch of lesbians that live in the woods.
But so in the person telling the story said that she left the academy. I think she left West Point or something. She was trying to be in the Marines, and so not West Point.
To but like it was like to make up for her lack of masculinity. She was like, I joined the Marines.
But then she left trying to find herself, and along her journey, she found wilderness lesbians, and I was like, what are those? Who are they? Who are these people? Are they like Bob?
What did she say about it?
She just is just a kind of a throwaway line. Kind of like how if I touch peanut butter, I turn into a raging monster. But then you just keep talking along the story, and you just never touch on it again, even though the big question is, wait, what was that? What was that one little thing?
Go back.
Go back really fast. But yeah, that was. I don't know what those are. If someone knows what wilderness lesbians are, because I'm too lazy to Google it, please call into the show.
Yeah.
Or find me. Apparently, people can recognize my voice over the radio now because people keep asking me about the Saturday morning. Someone asked me about the shoes.
In our class the other day, yeah, the guy was like, "Oh, I heard your radio segment, and I just knew it was you because of your voice."
Wait, what? Like this radio segment or your Saturday morning?
Both of them, because yesterday I was walking out of Pierce and someone said, "Wesley, why were you playing the kid shows songs in the morning?" I said, "I do that every week because it's awesome.
Pay attention, kid."
Because it's awesome. That's why I do it.
And the other day when we were having dinner up there, and the one guy came up and was like, "Yo, you should play Rocket Power." And
oh my goodness, I completely forgot about. I woke up that morning and I was like, Andon asked me to play a song, but I cannot remember what song it was. So I'll have to put that on the list. Rocket Power next Saturday. Let's see what else we got on the highlights.
Things her vagina is angry about.
So I think we kind of glazed over that one, the My Angry Vagina one.
Yeah.
Where it's just all these very valid complaints about things that women have to just do or deal with.
Yeah. It was a lot of like self-care products.
Yeah.
We talked about tampons and
the cold duck lips.
Oh yeah, when they go to the doctor, the OBGYN.
Oh my goodness.
Like, oh God.
I actually asked my sister, unrelated to the Vagina Monologues. This was a while ago.
Keith and I just looked at each other like, oh boy.
I just asked her because I saw on the news one day there's like some petition to have tampons be supplied in public schools in the bathrooms. And I said, Taylor, would that actually be something that you would want for them to supply them? She said, well, yeah, Wesley, they supply toilet paper. And I thought, you know what? That's just 100% fair. Yeah. They don't expect me to bring my own toilet paper, so why should we expect them to bring their own cleaning tools? It's just weird. It's just weird how that's a thing. So like I said, watching the show is just it opens your eyes to some stuff.
Yeah, I never really thought about tampons.
You don't think it's amazing how little we think about the opposite sex or opposite gender. Sorry. Safe zone training kicking in. There we go. That's why I did it.
But yeah, no, I just
I mean, in terms of just the more details of it.
Yeah.
It's not that we don't think about,
but it's like we're too afraid to ask almost.
Well, I've never sat down and really put a lot of brain power into the inner workings of tampon implementation.
Yeah, you never sat down and were like, so how do you use a tampon?
Right, give me a step-by-step.
I think
give me a rundown here.
I think I've actually never actually seen one in real life. I've seen them in movies and commercials, but I've never seen one physically in front of me before.
Because my one of the last times one of the last times I was back home, because one of my dogs has been ripping through our garbage and stuff randomly. So one time I was I went up there and in my parents' bathroom, it was just stuff was thrown out everywhere, and I was like, oh. I was like, oh, hey.
That reaction was perfect. Just, oh. This is a thing.
My dog pulled that out of there, out of the garbage.
And Keith got a little bit older that day.
Oh, man. Man, that's just
an experience like that changes a man.
It does. I was actually reading an article. So back how just we're not aware of the other genders' just normal everyday activities.
Right.
I was reading an article online called "Things Adults Are Afraid to Ask." You're old enough to where you feel like you should already know it, so you don't ask anybody, even if you don't know it.
I don't know what it is, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
Right. Mm-hmm. One of them was, if guys are sitting down on the toilet and they need to pee, do they stand up and turn around to pee, or do they just stay sitting? And I was like, you know what?
I guess that is a legitimate question.
That is a legitimate question, but I was I thought that would have been obvious because I am a guy.
You're a guy, yeah.
But that idea that simple everyday
To answer
activity.
the question, no.
You do not.
No.
We're too lazy. We're already sitting
You're
down.
too lazy. No, it's just easy to do.
You just don't need to.
Yeah, you don't
Right.
need to.
If there is a need to, we would.
I would say that one of the
Or
most
we
awkward
try
times
not
is
to
when you
if possible.
think you need to poop and you sit down and then nothing
And you're
comes
like,
out
nope.
and you're just sitting down and you're like, this is
Yeah.
weird. I feel weird. I feel like everyone else in the bathroom knows that I did this.
or when you like go the other way and you like think you do, but you're like, you don't know. I'm gonna just go for the urinal, and then you do have to. So then you have to flush the urinal and then go into the stall.
You're like,
Oh my
you're like,
God.
I'm wasting so much water. This is embarrassing.
Like if like any other person is just like in the bathroom, you're like, no.
Oh,
Like,
man.
oh no.
When there are 10 urinals, 4 men can pee simultaneously.
Okay.
There you go.
Wait, 5?
5. I can't do math. Thank you, Keith.
There you go.
Something's missing.
This
there.
is why I became an engineer,
yes,
because I
5
can't do math.
5 can pee at a time unless there's a huge line.
Unless
of
you're at a
people.
sporting event.
Wesley became an engineer just to formulate the maximum amount of urinals needed.
Why don't they build walls? I don't understand.
They do
They have
with
the
some.
barrier. Some have
they
the
do
barrier.
with some, and they don't with other. Like there's
Like,
some.
so too many don't have walls.
there are
Just
so-
invest in a wall.
There are like some urinals that are like 5 feet apart and have a wall, and then there's some that are like next to
Right
each other
next to
and
each other.
don't, and you're like, eh.
There's one in McLean where the urinal is no, it's in Devon actually, where the urinal is literally half a foot away from the sink,
Oh yeah.
and that's the only urinal and the only sink in the entire
So
bathroom.
you're washing your hands. You're like, "What's up? How you
It's
doing over there?"
So, okay.
No, that's the other unspoken thing.
You don't talk.
You don't talk or look at
Yeah.
each other or look anywhere like in your peripherals.
I have not held a job where this ever happened, but apparently, like, there at jobs, like, there will be that one dude who talks to people at the urinal,
Yep.
and everyone hates that guy.
Yep. I worked with a guy who would do that.
Oh, how was he?
He was a really nice guy, but every now and then,
But it was just like
every now and then, like we catch each other in the bathroom. He's like, "Hey, what's going on, man? You having a good day?" And I'm like, "I'm just trying to."
it's like I'm just trying to like
I'm just
pee
trying
and
to
get
do
out of
this.
here.
Yeah, I was like, "Can you
Trying to
wait like
pee and
2
get out of
minutes?"
here.
Yeah. I was like, "Give me 2 minutes. We can talk about this after the bathroom."
Let me take care of business in here.
Oh man. So let's get away from urinals. Let's go back to vaginas.
Yeah, we did a complete 180 right there.
Let's the ending. Christy DeMel, the Title IX coordinator here. She can sing.
She could sing very well.
I
at
did
that.
not know that.
Yeah.
That was incredible. She did Aretha Franklin's "Respect" at the end.
Mm-hmm. She killed it.
Yeah, she just killed it. It was great.
Killed it.
And apparently everyone but me knew that song there, so
You haven't heard that before?
I mean, I've probably heard it, but like everyone
He didn't
was
know the words like the rest
yeah,
of
like
us.
everyone was singing along with it, like in tune, and I was like, should I know this? It's like,
I only know the
what's happening?
chorus, and I don't actually know the words. It's one of those scenarios where it's like I should know it,
Nah.
but I don't, so I'm too scared to ask. But honestly, I don't know the actual words. I know the sounds that you're supposed to make.
Oh yeah, so you go R-E-S-P-E-C-T, and you're like,
Now I wanna be in me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Take that entity.
Suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me.
Those are the sounds.
Yeah. I don't know what those mean. You're just like,
You can get through a lot of songs like that where you're just
Yeah.
like,
As long as you
Mainstream
like act
songs.
confident when you make noises, you're
Right.
just like, yeah, whatever.
okay, this is better than the night. In a fight.
Yeah, just hum it out. You're good.
well, that's like was it a few months ago? I took one of those like quizzes or whatever, and it was on like, do you really know like the lines of Bohemian Rhapsody? And that's
Yes.
hard.
No, I
But
do. I can sing Bohemian
No,
Rhapsody.
I know. I got like, I didn't get a perfect score. I know, but like I got like 18 out of 21 or something like really good. I was like, I didn't know I knew them. But it was one of those, like, I didn't necessarily know all of the lines from the questions, but, like, in reading out, like, the answers that it gave you, I was like, yeah, it's definitely this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Like,
And then there are a lot of songs where there are like famous lines in the song, in a famous song, and people just sing it wrong. But then
Yeah.
that becomes the one that you know.
like, one of the lines that I didn't know for the longest time was, Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me. Like,
Yes.
I didn't know, like, what they were saying around there. But, like, you know, like you said, like you knew the kind of like you knew the sounds
general
in there.
sound.
Like,
has the devil put
yeah,
aside
because
for
like
me?
I didn't know about
me. Yeah, that's also a weird one because Beelzebub is a weird word to say.
It's a fun word. That's the most fun word for the devil I've ever heard. Beelzebub.
Beelzebub. Well,
it sounds like a cartoon character.
Depending on your interpretation, he is either the devil himself or one of the princes of hell.
Yeah.
Also known as the Lord of the Flies.
Oh, okay. There we go.
also known as the book.
The more you know. And then imagine the rainbow and a shooting star. I can't do it on sound. But for example, a song lyric that a lot of people love, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. That is wrong. It is. I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
I'm starting with
The man in the mirror.
Yeah.
But growing up, I always sang to myself, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. That's just wrong. I don't know where I got that from.
Yeah.
It's kind of incredible.
Well, it's kind of like Darth Vader's line.
Oh, right.
Luke, I am your father.
He does not say it.
Line.
He says, no.
No.
I am your father.
Yeah.
Great line.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Absolutely. Best one in the series. Yes. Empire Strikes Back is the best one in the series.
Oh, you're
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
you're
Okay.
doing that.
Yeah.
No, you just like weren't saying anything. I was like, wait, did I?
I was thinking. I was like, maybe, but then, yeah, it was a fantastic film. This is just a great film in general. So one topic that I think would be pretty good to end on, because we've covered pretty much all of the show, is the one thing that we did not touch on is My Short Skirt.
Oh, yeah.
The one about how women were talking about how they dress is for them, not for you, and you shouldn't have a problem with it.
Right.
Now I'm gonna get a lot of hate. I can already feel the hate coming from the future and hitting me on it.
Lay it on us.
There has to be a limit, right?
Well,
yes.
Well, you know when you put
But
on.
what is it?
Well, all right.
Yeah, like that's the thing.
That's the thing. What is it?
So you know when you put on an outfit and you're like, man, I look good.
Right.
It's like you look good for yourself, and you want other people to see you look good.
Also right.
Which I think it's a little like confounding when they're like, I didn't put this dress on for you, I put it on for me.
Right.
But I want you to see me looking good. So
and I'm okay if you say I look good.
Yes.
That's great.
And I
don't want you following me around for 10 minutes staring at me and taking pictures.
Yes, absolutely.
That is actually against the law.
Yes.
But and then there's the question of I think this is the stereotypical thing is the boss comes up or the teacher comes up and says the way you're dressed is distracting people.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it's like okay, yes, you are actually distracting people, and yes, they should have better control over themselves, and that's the real issue. But it's like, what do you do?
Throw on a jacket.
Throw on a jacket, but then you're inhibiting their right to express themselves.
Right. I know.
It's just so weird. Why is this not a problem for guys? Do you think?
Because we don't show a lot of skin typically.
Not even the skin part, but just the
thing at my high school,
type of clothes.
The thing at my high school was like the fingertip rule or whatever. Like
right.
I
think that's the normal one.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's like it
has to be.
Yeah, and then no like spaghetti straps and stuff unless it was like in like the gym or whatever.
When we went out for like field trips or like we were gonna be outside since we were down south and it was always warm, they're like, girls, you can wear shorts but no booty shorts because you're high schoolers, whatever.
Keep them at a decent
length.
Yeah,
you can have Nike shorts, which were booty shorts,
like running shorts.
Yeah, the cross country ones, where they like had that huge letter U upside down U in them, so like it's a normal length.
What?
So it's like
huge U.
Okay, so it's like a normal length short, right? But then there's a large U shape that's cut out in it.
I have no clue.
You have no idea?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know cross-country shorts, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those.
Oh, so they're
just... What do you mean by the U cut out?
So they're just like cut at the side, you're saying?
Right, on the sides. They're just...
So, Keith, you know what like running shorts are? Like real short, like tight. So they have kind of like a slit at the side, like they're not connected, so it's basically just like shorts in the front.
But it's like a little like V or whatever.
I'm trying to find the kind that they would use.
No, we're on the same page.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay, there we go. That's all we need.
I'm still not necessarily, but whatever.
Screw you, Keith.
Don't talk to Keith like that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Don't look at me like that, Rick. But it's just such an interesting topic to me.
Clothing?
Yeah. Well, the societal representation of visual appeal on the different genders. That's very interesting to me.
It's a very difficult subject because on one side you want to make them not be showing as much to make it a problem, but you want the other side to not make it a problem in the first place. Yeah. So it's it's a really delicate balance because you can't limit them too much because then that's limiting but then you can't tell them to not.
Right. Yeah. So, for example, there was Taylor, not my sister Taylor, but the one that you guys know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lou's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Who?
Lou's girlfriend.
Oh, they're still together?
I believe so, yeah.
That's nice.
I mean, they've been on and off here and there.
They've been on and off all year. I feel like that just is their relationship.
Okay. We're not talking about their relationship.
Sorry. Lou and Taylor, I apologize if you're listening.
They're not listening to this.
Throwing it out there anyway.
Put this in your all's group chat. Say, hey, Lou, listen to this.
What do you got to say about that, buddy?
You got to sit through 40 minutes. Anyways, last semester, Taylor brought up that she didn't like that when she wore a purse strapped across her chest, that guys would stare at her boobs because her boobs because they were more focused. I guess
the seatbelt effect.
Yeah, the seatbelt effect.
Yeah, the strap,
and I was like, okay, yes, I understand they shouldn't be staring, but at the same time, if I see a larger, enhanced object, I'm going to just look at it.
Enhance.
Oh my God, zoom in, enhance cliche. Ding. But it's like if I wear a really bright red shirt, people are going to look at me. And I can't get mad at them for looking at me. I'm wearing an obvious piece of attire.
Fair. Or if you wore really tight pants.
Again, which I physically cannot.
Your manliness,
you're
gonna notice that.
And then it's like those muscle heads who wear shirts that are 3 sizes too small, and then they get mad at people for talking about their huge muscles all the time.
For telling them to buy larger shirts.
And I'm like, your shirt is literally bursting apart at the seams. You should get a new shirt. That's weird that you're doing this.
Yeah, we like to call those schmedium shirts.
Schmediums.
Schmedium.
What size is that? What size is that shirt? Yeah, it's it's a schmedium.
Schmedium. Oh man. I just feel hatred.
We're good. We're good.
Right.
No, you haven't. No, you're not that bad.
Yeah, but we're all dudes. This is why we need a girl in here. I was thinking about
that. I was like, we just talked a lot about vaginas, vagina monologues, and female issues, and none of us are females.
Yeah, and obviously, part of the whole point of the monologues is pointing out that we literally don't know barely 10% of the information that goes into the other side.
I don't even know what I don't know.
Right? I don't know what I did. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What? You guys hate tampons? What? I didn't know that. It's a little piece of dry cotton that I stick inside of myself. No, I don't like it. It's when you put it that way, that makes sense. I don't know why I thought you would enjoy it. Why would they enjoy it?
Not that they'd enjoy it.
But not that they wouldn't not enjoy it.
Yes.
Hey, you're either hot or you're cold. You cannot serve 2 masters.
Okay.
Was that a quote? Was that what
Wesley?
Was that?
Wesley, quote him right there. Wesley McDowell.
No, don't. No, I didn't say that. I said it, but I didn't say it. Oh, this is
so you're like Yogi Berra, because he didn't say all the things he said, which is actually a quote he did say.
What?
I don't know. We changed topic somehow. I think we can stop, take a break,
kill it.
When we come back, we will talk about other stuff.
Awkward transition time. Go.
Let's see. What song should I play for the break? I got
Respect.
There you go.
But I gotta go find that.
Oh, it's the internet, dude.
It's so hard.
Dude.
Aretha Franklin, Respect. I'll do the lyrics one that way.
That way we can learn the lyrics.
That way they cannot see the lyrics because they're just listening to it.
Well, like usually the lyrics don't have like a weird. Oh, it's Aretha Franklin. What I'm talking about, they didn't have super awesome music videos back then. Oh,
Are
good.
you talking about like Vivo?
An ad.
You talking about like Vivo music videos?
Right.
Yeah.
When there's like 20 seconds
When there's,
of
like, 30
intro.
seconds, yeah, like a random intro for a song.
Oh, yeah, here we go.